is Thursday. It's stretch and balance with Hels. I'm just going to be on the floor for the stretches today, which can just be done just as well on a bed if you don't like getting down and up off the floor. So no problem about that, using a bed. What to say today? It's snowing. After this, with head torches on, I'm going out for a walk with the kids because I couldn't go out this afternoon because I was working, but we're going for a snowy torch-lit walk after this, which I think that should be lovely. I have played with my settings on my phone. Hello everyone, I'm getting lots of hellos. Hi, nice to see you. I've played with the voice recording settings on my phone, so if this is better than previous weeks where my voice has dipped in and out, then do let me know. I don't always listen back to the whole thing. I just notice that there are comments that the recording isn't that clear, so I've tried to do something about it, and let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's get warmed up. The kids are here today, obviously, because it's homeschooling now, so there might be a bit of bashing about in the background, so we won't worry about that. I'm going to stand. Where do I need to stand? Just for warming up, I'll just stand, see myself. I'll just stand here, and we'll just do a very, very slight warm-up from top to bottom, and then we'll go into some balance moves, and then we'll go down onto the floor for some lovely stretches. So we'll just start from the top. We're going to turn the head and look round to the right. We'll keep the shoulders facing forwards, so we're turning the head to the right and slowly back to facing forwards. Keep the shoulders facing forwards and turn to the left. And back to the middle. So we'll do that one more time to the right. And back to the middle, and last time to the left. We're going to just keep our shoulders. We're standing in best posture, which means pelvis tucked under, tummy pulled in, shoulders high, pulling up through every vertebrae with your chin nice and up, like you would walking with books on your head back in the Victorian days. So standing in best posture with our shoulders high and back, we're going to drop this chin down to the chest. See how many chins you can create under there. So down and back towards your neck, pull it in. And then very slowly, we're going to drop our head to the back. Just very slowly, drop it back. Relax the shoulders. We're still in best posture. Don't scrunch them up while you're doing it. Let that head go. And come back to the middle. We're going to twist, keeping the hips facing forwards, from the waist upwards, all the way to the right. Leave the hips facing me and twist to the right. You're looking behind you. And bring it to the middle and to the left. This time we're going to bring the hips in as well, so we're twisting through the whole body, all the way from the ankles up, back to the middle, and twist the whole body round to the left. Oh, I just had one of those lovely little clicks you get in your spine sometimes when things just click back into place. So we've warmed up enough for stretching and balancing most of the upper body. We're just going to go down to the ankles, knees, and a little bit the hips. So for the hips and ankles, we're just going to do a small march. This just warms up the knees enough, warms up the hips enough. Doesn't get us sweaty. It's not what we're aiming for today. No sweat needed today. And then we'll take it down to these ankles. We're just going to do a heel to toe tap. Heel to toe tap. Do hold on to a wall if you need to. This isn't part of the balance section yet. Heel to toe tap. And the other foot. Just mobilising. That's all we're doing. Making sure that the body's ready to be used for balance. You can obviously do this sitting down, no problem. And then we're going to rotate clockwise the right foot. Really getting that ankle going, and anti-clockwise. It doesn't matter which way you went first, as long as you're going the other way now. Okay, other foot. Left foot in my case. Ooh, big wobble there for me. And anti-clockwise. Right, we're just going to start with one of the Super 6, which is heel to toe standing. So I've got my right foot directly in front of my left foot. I'll go to the side so you can see it. And my right heel is touching my left toe. And I'm just standing here. If that is super easy, always remember, by the way, this step out pose, this safety pose. If you have a wobble and feel you're going, you can step out into that wide pose. But if that's enough for you, then practice standing with your feet in a line. If you need a bit more difficulty, if that's really easy, turn your head, oh, you see that's got me, from one side to the other. And that's got me wobbling a little bit. If that's too easy, shut your eyes. Now you should have a good wobble on. And all that wobbling is brilliant, brilliant learning, brilliant recapturing of what the proprioceptors, the nerves that tell your body how to react to this unsteadiness, uncertainty. It's brilliant learning. Okay, we're going to swap round feet. So now I've got my left foot in front, heel touching my right toes. Feet are directly in a line with each other, so you've got a very narrow base. Now I find that quite okay. Not as good as with the right foot in front, I must admit. So I'm going to start turning my head from side to side. And still, I can manage that. You might want to stop at the first option. You might want to stop at this option. Or you might feel that you can try I can't do this. Shutting your eyes. Oh, very wobbly. Just remember that wide safety stance to save you if you really do wobble over. Obviously, you can open your eyes as well. That stops you wobbling so much. But as I say, wobbling is absolutely brilliant learning. So if you can learn with a really big wobble in a safe environment, then just think what you would actually do in real life in a different situation. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to walk forwards, heel to toe, touching, touching, touching in a straight line. So we're just walking forwards in a straight line. Now that might be hard enough for you. My mum was saying how easy that was until she discovered you actually had to touch your heel and your toe together, and then that became a bit harder. So if that's hard enough, then we can turn around and walk back. If that's hard enough, I'm just going to turn and face you. You keep walking, then stop there. Otherwise, you can try it by turning your head while you're walking. Does make it much harder. And then obviously, if you've got a very clear room, you can try it with your eyes closed. I'm going to turn round. I'm going to turn around and try it with my eyes closed now. I'm going to remember, oh, that's so wobbly. I'm going to remember my wide leg stance and that I've got a piano in about 2 steps. Right, we're going to do one more walk this way and one more walk back. So you do it at the level that does make you wobble just a little bit, or a lot if you are in a big open space and you're confident that you can wide leg stance. It's so simple, and yet we can make it at the different levels that really tests anybody of any age. So that's the first balance move today. The second one we're going to do, the easy option, is one of the Super 6, and it's standing on one leg. So if that is the option that is really testing you, and again you can make that harder by turning your head side to side or by shutting your eyes. If that's where you want to, if that's your level, then pick one of those 3 options. Otherwise, we're going to progress this by knee to, I want to call it arabesque, but I'm going to call it warrior 3. And just hold that for a count of 5. And then come back up to knee to warrior 3 and a count of 5. So we're going to do that a few times. If you're just standing on one leg, and I don't mean that as in that's an easy option, but if that is your option, then you're still trying to do that because you want to aim for 90 seconds, which is actually quite a long time to stand on one leg. So you do, oh, I'm having a good wobble. You do your level. They all test the same reactions. It's just, you need to push yourself as far as you can. So choose which one you want to do. I'm going to do one more. Oh, I have to stop. Oh, caught it. Okay, swap legs. So you're either standing on one leg, you might be turning your head side to side, you might choose to shut your eyes. Or you're going to lift and warrior 3 for 5. I can't look at myself on the screen because that is what makes me wobble. If I look at something, it's the same thing as looking at the horizon, isn't it? Look at something that's not moving, I can balance, I'm alright. But if I look at myself on the screen and I'm wobbling, that makes me wobble 10 times more. There you see, I'm a lot better this time. So you're just holding it behind for a decent slow count of 5. We'll do a couple more. Look at the screen. Just don't. There's nothing on it but me. Blah. Last one. And down. Now I'm still hurting in my bottom from my class on Tuesday. I don't know if anyone else is, but that really got me, and I thought it was going to be my core that got me, but that was my tummy. But it's my bottom that hurts today. Right, so we've done a couple of balance exercises. The next, I am going to do a balance exercise as one of the stretches. In fact, we could do that now. This is not one for anyone with a new hip, so you can have a little break if you've had a new hip, mumsy. I'm going to put my right foot on my left knee and sit down. So I'm not just stretching out those glutes in my bottom, and I'm not just stretching out that sort of hip flexor area, but I'm also balancing, especially if I look at the screen, on my left leg. So it's a stretch and a balance all at the same time. And we're going to take this balance into warrior 3. So that's an arabesque with your arms out in front. So take that into warrior 3. And take that down. Okay, let's try the other leg. So foot on your knee and just sit down. The further you sit down, the more you stretch out those glutes, which feels absolutely divine. Hadn't realised quite how hard we worked then on Tuesday. The whole thing was a bit of a hurty beast, in a good way. And then change that into warrior 3. So an arabesque with your arms out in front. Obviously when you do this, you're pulling that tummy in. That helps support your spine and your upper structure to allow you to balance down below and bring that down. Now just give everything a shake out, because we have just worked the muscles quite hard. Now I'm going to go down onto the floor and do some more stretches. I'm just going to flick something off my screen because it's annoying me. There we go. So sit down on the floor. I'm going to come further back and then you can definitely see me. I've got a feline visitor. You might see her in a minute. Right, I'm going to sit on the floor with my feet, soles of my feet together, and I'm going to put my elbows into my knees, hold my ankles, and just press down gently on my knees. Here she comes. Oh, this is Rosie. She's going to sit right there. I don't know if you can see her. Anywho, I'm going to take a deep breath in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to push my knees down. Again, not suitable for people who've had hip operations recently. But very, very nice to open those hip flexors and just stretch that area. And then I'm going to put my feet in front. I'm going to pull my toes towards me, sit up straight in very good posture, and just reach forwards over my toes. Don't bounce, just reach. And then some people might be way, way further. I'm not actually that flexible. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you'll get another couple of inches further forwards. You could take another deep breath in and another breath out, and you'll get forwards again. It will tell you about it in the back of your legs, but you will be increasing your flexibility if you keep doing that breathe in, breathe out, and reaching just a little bit more. And it's a nice safe way of trying to increase your flexibility. And then bring that up. And then I'm going to take my right leg and put my right foot over my left knee, and then I'm going to turn and put my hands down to the side of my right hip and look behind me to the right. So I'm twisting my body to the right, but twisting my leg to the left. And then bring everything to the middle, take the foot down, take your other foot, your right foot over your left knee, place your hands at your left hip, left foot over your right knee, place your hands at your left hip and turn and look to the left. And come back to the middle. We're going to take the feet wide into a box sit. And then I'm just simply going to reach over to the right foot. Again, I'm not bouncing, I'm just reaching. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to reach a bit further. And then really slowly, so that I don't pull any muscles in my groin, I'm going to just sweep very slowly around the front, shifting my weight, reaching forwards, feeling those stretches in my groin and inner thigh, over to my left foot. I'm going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, I'm going to reach a bit further forwards. And then I'm going to sweep very slowly and carefully back over to the right. I'm going to lie on my back and pull my right knee into my chest. The left leg is running along the floor and I'm pulling my right knee into the chest. You've got your heads on the floor and you're lying on the floor with just your right knee pulled in. And then you're pushing your right foot up to the ceiling, flexing that right foot. So you've got a right angle between your foot and your leg. And you're just straightening that leg as much as you can. Then take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, pull that right leg towards you by holding it below the knee. Don't worry about the shakes and the shudders. If you're really testing yourself, it will shake and shudder. And that is just your leg reacting to that extra deeper stretch. Then place this right foot on your left knee and pull the left knee in. We don't need to do this for very long because we did the standing version of this, which is actually a bit more effective. Let the right leg run along the floor. Pull that left leg into your chest. Again, you've got your head on the floor. You've got a nice relaxed neck and head. I'm lifting mine so that I can talk to you. Push that left foot up to the ceiling. You've got a flexed foot. And you've got a straight leg. So you're pushing your heel up to the ceiling and almost pulling your toes down towards you. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you can pull that leg closer towards you. Push the heel up, pull the toes down, and it will shake and shudder. But we're not worrying about that. Place that foot on the opposite knee. And pull the right leg in towards you. And then we're going to lie on the floor, legs straight, arms straight, in a little pencil, and stretch from tip to toe as if you're being pulled apart, toe to fingertips. Relax that. Bend your legs. Feet are together. Hands are above your head or out to the side, I don't mind which. Above your head. Drop your knees to the back of the room and turn and face me with your head. If you're not lying that way round, then your knees are going one way and your head's going the other way. Nice twist through the spine and a stretch across the spine. We're going to come up to the middle and drop the knees the other way and the head the other way. time we'll do the same thing. So drop your knees one way and the head the other way, but take the top knee over the top of the bottom leg. So try and drop the top knee over the top to the other side to touch the floor as close or as near to the floor as you can. It's just an extra twist. Come up to the middle. I'll just speak to the camera for a sec. So you're dropping your knees the other way, top leg right over the top, trying to touch the floor, and turn and face the other way. So we're going to slowly roll over onto our tummies. Slowly, slowly. I think the cat can't get out. I'm just worried. Oh no, she can. She can see the cat flap. We moved a chair and I was just worried it was blocking the cat flap. You're lying on your floor and you're pulling in a foot up to your bottom. This is stretching out those quads. And we make this a deeper stretch by taking a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we push the hip into the floor, push the foot into the hand. Now the quads are big muscles. We need to stretch them properly and for a decent length of time. Oh, let that foot go. And take the other foot. I don't think I can get anywhere near oh, I can get it. Bring the other foot up to the bottom, pull it in. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, push the hip into the floor and the foot into the hand. Really, really effective stretch of the quads, requiring no balance. Let that foot go down. We're going to sit back on our heels, which is not something I can do properly, but I'm sure you can. Put your hands out front, child's pose. So hands are out front, head is dropped between your arms, you're sitting on your heels. We're going to sort of activate this, make it less passive by walking our hands forwards as far as we can, still sitting on our heels, so that we're stretching out that back. Come up onto your hands and knees, arch your back, up in the air, a cat stretch, and dip it down, arch it up, and dip it down. Then slowly, slowly roll up through the spine, bringing that head up last. Believe it or not, that's half an hour. That was just so delicious. I could do that all over again. We're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart. Take a deep breath in. And stretch up, 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 up through every vertebrae to the ceiling. And breathe out. Last one in. And out. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining. I love this class. I hope you do too. And I'll see you next week, same time, 4 o'clock next week. Bye.